So everybody here is talking about why this is a good bill. You all know that there are some very loud voices in the business community talking about why it's a bad bill. And I want to address that directly. Why would I, a Rhode Island homeowner and business owner, support a bill that would raise my energy costs? Well, there are two very good reasons. First, the net impact of this bill on residents and businesses will be very small and will be more often positive than negative. Secondly, this bill will not kill our economy, it will energize it by sparking increased entrepreneurial activity and consumer spending. So consider the impact on electricity prices. In our state, residential and small businesses spend about 20 cents per kilowatt hour. This bill in the first year would increase the price of electricity by 2%. And it would increase it by another 1% a year, every year after that. The fact is that business owners are not going to lose any sleep over a 1 or 2% increase in electricity prices, because that, in most cases, is a minor item on their balance sheet. Or consider the impact of the price on heating oil and fuel oil. It will increase those prices by about 6% in the first year, and by about another 2% every year after that for the next 7 years. We don't have to reach back to the oil embargo. If you were here in 2011, you saw your heating oil prices go up by 35%. Somehow we survived that. So the increase in price by, fuel oil prices have always been volatile. The kinds of increases that we're talking about in this bill are small and they're predictable. We can all handle this. Now, remember that the small increases that I just talked about are going to be offset by the dividends that are mandated in this bill. My software company employs 50 people in Cumberland. We don't use very much energy. So we're going to get back a dividend that is substantially bigger than the increase we're going to see in our energy costs. Frankly, this bill is a moneymaker for me, and it will be for most homeowners and most businesses in Rhode Island. Now, don't get me wrong, nobody's going to get rich off of these dividends. The dividends will, however, help every school department, every daycare center, every retail store, every insurance office make sure that they don't have a significant budget problem. It's going to be really small. So I can tell you that any business leader who opposes this bill has simply not done the math. I would also say that anybody who looks at this bill from purely an accounting standpoint is missing the big picture. What this bill really does is to send a very important price signal, a signal that has been missing for nearly a century. What do price signals do? They get the attention of business owners, of managers, of homeowners, of entrepreneurs. They change behavior. If you're shopping for a new car and you know that the price of gas is going to go up by 5 or 6 cents a gallon for the next couple of years, you're going to look more closely at a hybrid car or at an electric vehicle. If you know that you can save money by reducing the carbon footprint of your home or your business, you're going to look at substituting a heat pump for the furnace, or you're going to look for more efficient ways of using energy. As fossil fuels grow more expensive, how many more solar panels and wind turbines are we going to see installed? If 5 or 10 years from now, electricity can be generated most economically by stuffing carbon dioxide underground rather than spilling it into the atmosphere, won't it make more sense for those electrical generating stations be located close to the Marcellus Shale, where it's practical to do underground sequestration, and not in New England, where it's impossible? Entrepreneurs are going to find new opportunities here when we start sending the right price signals. New businesses that didn't make sense 10 years ago, but will make sense 2 years or 5 years or 10 years from now, they're going to spring up here. And those are the businesses that we want to grow in New England. Those are the businesses we want to grow right here in Rhode Island, because those are the businesses that the rest of the states are going to be clamoring for. So this is a good bill. It's thoughtful. It creates change gradually. It gives residents and businesses time to react. It will spur changes in behavior and will create jobs that we can only begin to imagine. So let's pass this. Let's incentivize conservation and Yankee ingenuity and local spending.
Mr. O'Neill?
Yeah,
Kevin?
yeah.
What's your business?
The conference exchange.
I'm sorry?
Conference exchange.
Thank you.
Sure.